Hi, Shoe Star Goddess. I'm back. I know I didn't put out a Conspiracy Monday video today. Yesterday. I'm so sorry. I couldn't come up with any conspiracies to do a video about. So I decided to do a video today about when science meets magic, what can happen. Okay. For many years, a lot of the scientists that do research have stayed away from giving any type of credit to the occult, to things like that, because they are trying to prove things on a human level, like to where they can prove things exist that can be done without using metaphysics or belief, but something that they can prove. Okay, now a lot of scientists will not use the information given or recorded in history by the great alchemists, the great magicians, and all those things, because they feel like it's not something tangible that they can work with. But if science and magic or the occult would merge into one, we would probably have a new golden age, which I think is kind of happening. We're just not being told about it. I think science and magic has already merged. You'll see a lot of weird things going on. You'll see the increase of people coming out of religion, going into the occult studies, because it makes more sense. It's more logical in a lot of ways, and it can be explained through symbolism. It can be explained through science, where religion most of the time cannot. It can be interpreted in many ways, but magic can be interpreted into science, because many years ago, a lot of people didn't understand a lot of the vocabulary and words and symbols of magic or science. So they would put it in tales or stories or artwork. For example, no one from a long time ago could understand how something would work. So the simplest way to explain it to someone is, oh, it's magic, because you don't want to take all that time to explain something that this person probably would not understand, because it's beyond their brain, but in that short amount of time. But they just saw it as magic, like, okay, if we do this, and that, it works. They don't understand the molecular structure of this, and that. Just like medicine and herbs, you see a plant or an herb and you say, okay, that plant will make you happy if you smoke it. Okay. You don't know the molecular structure of that plant, the chemical compounds in that plant, and when it enters your body and bloodstream, what it does to your brain function, and what chemicals it stimulates in your brain. You don't know all that. All you know is plant make happy. Okay, for those of y'all who know about that. But a lot of times we want to overthink a lot of things, which takes the joy and the fun and the simplicity out of magic. We want it explained scientifically. We want it to be proven. We want to see charts, pie graphs, and all that kind of stuff. That's when magic turns into science or alchemy. If you're basing it on something spiritual, explaining it scientifically, and being able to record it and have knowledge written about it, that's like alchemy. But a lot of scientists these days are not taking the information that's already there. They're years and years behind, publicly. I don't know what they do privately, because I'm pretty sure a lot of them work with the occult. There's that underground, section that's funded to work with the occult and science together. But publicly, publicly they don't work together. They don't want the masses to see science and the occult working together. Now sometimes it just can't be helped. Like, a lot of people think CERN is going to end the world or da 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 da. But my thoughts on CERN is that it probably was something that man had to do to understand the universe. And that limited amount of power is nothing compared to the dark matter and the dark energy of the real universe. That's just something that man created. Okay. So I don't think it poses a huge threat to anyone but themselves, but men. I think as we go into the future, we'll start to see more and more strange things. I mean, a lot of people have started touching on the Mandela effect. The Mandela effect. This is not how it was. I think CERN did this and made two universes and split our universe. And I think this and that. A lot of people are saying that. Yeah, it's very possible. But what are you going to do about it? You can't go back. Okay, you're here. Whatever. Deal with what you have in the present moment. You have to move forward. And a lot of people will drive themselves crazy thinking about why has it changed? Where are we? What happened? Da, 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 instead of enjoying, maybe we were saved. Maybe maybe the world ended and we've been kicked up into a new world. You don't know. Who knows? Maybe there was another dimension and we just went off into this one and other people went off into that one. But we still see those people, just a different version of them. There are many versions of ourselves, okay? That's why we always see things like whenever they mention a type of being or like a divine anything, it's always accompanied by other beings. Like whenever a lot of people see interdimensional travelers or aliens, they always see them in threes. Or when they ever see this person and that person, they always have someone with them or some animal or some type of spirit or whatever, because there are many versions of ourselves. We represent ourselves in many ways. That's why you'll see the Trinity a lot. You'll see a lot of like alchemical drawings where you see different aspects of yourself growing into your highest self, So if you've ever seen that movie, Another Earth, there's actually a movie called Another Earth, and it's about that. There's other versions of yourself. There's other versions of the planet, and there just are. If everyone knew that, I mean, it would change a lot of things, a lot of dynamics, the economic structure. So they have to keep all that stuff to themselves. They can't have everything out of order. So really, I think the day and age that we're in right now, to embrace magic, to embrace the unknown, to revel in its simplicity is a privilege. I feel like we don't have to go into detail about a lot of things. If we feel something is going to work, it's going to work. If we feel something is right, trust your intuition, okay? You don't always need the scientific breakdown of everything because it takes the joy out of it, I remember, I could explain everything, and yes, it's very good to know because it's reassuring that you're on the right path. But when you start to do your work, start to do your magic, get your tools, your crystals, and all those good things out, you don't want to be thinking about, all these long-winded explanations to what we're doing. It's nice to know them, but you don't always want to think about that. You just want to have fun. It is an art. It is an art, okay? So for example, if you get like this beautiful copper cauldron and you have all these pretty stones in it, you're not going to be thinking, oh, what is the the makeup, the chemical makeup of copper, and what is the melting degree, and da 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 da. You just say, oh, that's pretty, I love copper, and just have a small amount of knowledge that you will put into your work. Like, oh, copper amplifies and it energizes and it charges. Yeah, you don't have to know all that extra stuff that will distract you from your goal, because a lot of times people get distracted. That's why their spells don't work. They're like too into the information rather than applying it. Okay, a lot of people get stuck because they have too much information, and instead of learning how to apply it and work, doing the work, they're stuck on the information and the logistics of things, the dates, the culture, the origin, the specific da 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 da, but they can't do any spells. Okay, so when you are caught up on the wrong things, it's not knowing everything as far as what things are for, where they originated from, this and that, does not make you a more powerful practitioner. Doing the work, putting your energy into the work, knowing what you're doing, trusting your instinct, connecting with, the energy that you connect to, is what does wonders in spell work. Okay, it's not knowing everything. It's good to know, because you need to know what to use, what stones to use, what metal to use, what this is and that. But overthinking it and overdoing it can stand in your way and serve as a distraction. Okay, I know a lot of people on Facebook will get distracted and not see a message in maybe like a post, and they'll get hung up on like one word or something that was misquoted, or just something that's in the way. Those type of people and those type of practitioners will never, well, I'm not going to say never, because people change, but at the time, at their current state, they're not going to get the same results as someone who's really into their craft and not worrying about quotes and origins and things like that. It's from within. Do you know what I'm saying? So don't worry if you don't know everything. Use your intuition, use your feeling, use your knowledge of what you do know, because that's all we can work with. No human being knows everything. Okay, I don't know everything. The experts don't know everything. Okay, a lot of people tend to overcompensate for not finishing college or going to college at all by delving into information on other subjects to where they can feel superior. But the thing is, you end up looking, a lot of people end up looking like, okay, you have all this knowledge, but I don't see anything that you've gained from it. You can quote this and this and that, but you're not doing too well in life. So obviously knowing things does not work. It's applying them. Okay, so you need to apply your magic. You need to do more magic. You need to use your tools. You need to use your your cards. You need to light your candles. You need to do all that. You don't need to be quoting, memorizing, and correcting people, because that's not applying knowledge. Okay, that is simply memorization and regurgitation. Okay, it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. You have nothing to show. A lot, and I'm not speaking to anyone in particular. I'm speaking to a lot of people in general who do this. It's a lot of people that do this. A lot, like many. Okay, so I have a lot of people that will always brag and say, oh, I know more than you. I'm a better, I have this, and that. I know all this, and that. But they can't apply it. They can't apply it, and they can't hold something in their hand as a result of it. They just can't. And to me, that's like, well, you have the knowledge, you have the keys, but you can't open the door. So focus on opening the door. Focus on opening the door instead of, I got the keys, like the Jay-Z song. Yes, you got the keys, now open the door. Okay, walk through the door, step into the next place. Okay, and I like to do these type of videos where I just ramble, because a lot of people need to hear things, and they might come as a form of a message through me, through one of my videos, through randomness, because that's how the universe works. Everything is not always going to be perfectly structured in order for it to work. You know, things come in the most strange places, you know. Information comes in the most strange places. Applying knowledge, doing the work, you know, grinding up herbs, it's a form of meditation. And through meditation, we receive information that's not in books, okay? A lot of people will ask me, where do you get your knowledge from? I get it from within, you know. That's where everybody are supposed to get their knowledge from, that they are going to trust 100%. If it feels right and it comes from within and it's something that you believe and you have applied and it works, therefore it's true. You know, it's true for you. Now, everyone's going to have their own individual way of doing things because it's going to come from within them. Okay? You can't look to other people for the exact solution to your problem, because your problem is your problem and you have to go deep within and apply your own intuition, your magic, and, you know, doing what you do. So I urge you, yes, read, yes, get your knowledge, but don't get stuck and trapped in that part of it, okay? Don't get stuck and trapped in the knowledge aspect of it to where you can't apply the knowledge or work your magic and see results, okay? And a lot of people will ask me, well, if I do this, can I do that? Do what you feel, okay? With your knowledge, do what you feel, because life is about learning and making mistakes and correcting them, okay? And if there's something that you need to know, you know, try to find a reference, look it up. You can't ask people if this is going to work in your situation because people think different, okay? I think very different from a lot of people. My moral standards are not the same as everyone else's. So, like, for example, if you get a reading from me and I suggest you do something that goes against your morals, you know, that's my solution, you know, and that's how you could get out of the situation. But if that goes against your morals, then you have to find your own solution within. Like, what else can I try? Because not everyone is going to have the same exact methods of doing things, you know. And I don't pride myself on, you know, having certain, you know, morals or standards. That's just who I am. I can't be anyone else, okay? So if y'all have any questions, you know, let me know. And if y'all could think of some new Conspiracy Monday topics for next Monday. I'm sorry I had to skip this week, y'all. I know I saw this video that I wanted to cover, but I just, you know, I've covered so many similar topics, but y'all help me out, okay? I do need help. I'm not ashamed to admit it. So I'll see y'all next time, and many blessings. Don't forget, if you need to order some magical, spiritual, witchy supplies, y'all know I have my store online, Dark Realm Online Occult Shop. I will link it below. And this week only, the week of February the 6th through February the 12th, I'm doing a promotion, a free phone oracle reading or audio via Facebook if you don't live in USA, with every purchase over $60, okay? You can screenshot your receipt online and then email me. I'm going to stick my email below, and it's only for inquiries about readings or client work or anything like that. Then I can give you a free oracle reading via phone or audio, okay? This week only is 2017, February 6th through the 12th, okay? So if y'all are watching this after the 12th of February, after 2017, it no longer applies, but you can still go shop. Okay, I'll see y'all later.